Good evening, everyone. It is late, so let's get moving here. We've had a gap up during Globex and kind of chopping around those balance highs around 42.2375, the number that I've been watching. For a plan for tomorrow, obviously I want to be trading the bid side. I'm not interested if we break this pivot. I might be getting into some sort of liquidation area, and I'm not interested in getting short either if we break that overnight high. So I will be playing within that kind of 41.80 to 42.50 zone. So with that in mind, how am I looking to trade this? I want to be long 82 quarter, just the bottom here. This auction we had right around the end of a period, right around once the opening range was set and we decided to launch upwards. Above there, I want to be long 93s. That's where we auctioned around on that Tuesday session. You can see some nice bids being caught there during that last Friday or whatever it was session as well, and again on Monday. Above, I want to be long, and these are some trepidatious look below and fails essentially. 03 half being the VWAP close, sessional VWAP close, 06 half being the weekly and daily point of controls, and 08s being the Q1 high, 13s being the weekly close. So if we gap up, I want to be long off the close. As evidently, we must have had quite a few trapped shorts who were covering right on that Globex open. I think there may be some more who got caught offside during this massive ripper. And then below there, I want to be taking look below and fails. Now, if we open below value area low, sitting at 4,200 half, I want to be short 20 and a quarter, that being the 95% weekly value area high. And if we hit a bid at 20 quarter, if instead that area holds bid, I want to take 20.75 long, that being prior week's high, I believe. Yes. Above there, not really interested in playing this. I'm aware there's a naked point of control at 42.30 and 3/4, lining up nicely with a 95% weekly value area low at 30.75. I'm aware of that. I would just rather not be trying to short this thing. I'm not really interested in playing the gap. I'm not interested in playing a breakout either. Even going long off 20s for me is quite an aggressive spot. I'm looking to get short 43/4, just the overnight high currently after we have a run of that number. Would like to be short there. Idea being is that usually we don't break beyond the second standard deviation of weekly VWAP on a Monday. Okay, I guess tomorrow is Tuesday, but anyway, second standard deviation coming in at 42.38, so I think that'd be a nice short. Not interested in playing below the 80s. That's when you get into losing. I don't want to say it's a liquidation, but I think you would come down to the previous day's low at 69ish, whatever it is, 65. Maybe you end up holding bid at the weekly VWAP close around 71. Maybe you retake the settlement highs at 75s. I'm not too sure. I want to be playing this thing the long side while it's quite bid above 80. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. Let's move on to the Nasdaq. Ooh, let me find my screens. There we go. The Nasdaq over here. Likewise, I want to be playing where there are bids. So I'm not really interested in playing below about 14,000. Not really interested in trying to get short either on this thing, as it's just been ripping up over and over and over and over again. So how am I looking to play this? Let me just open up another chart, my structure chart to my right-hand screen. I want to be long 14,031 and a quarter. That being, I want to be long there after essentially a run of this daily low. So if we run this low of the day, I want to be long at settlement highs to get that continued short squeeze happening back up to the upside. Above there, not really interested for about 210 points. Crazy, but I want to be long 241s, that being the point of control. We had a developing point of control in the session here. That's also right around the VWAP close, which came in at 248, I think. No, 245 quarter. Above there, and I want to be long after some evidence of bid. So I want to be long 327 half after 10 to 17 goes bid. The idea being is if we quickly zoom back out onto this massive chart here, that's roughly those bids here. That's where we're getting offered. So we're roughly around 10 to 17. Hard to see on this crazy zoomed out chart, but it's the lows right here and then the highs over here. So if we hold bid around 10 to 17, I'll take 27s long. Similarly, if we get a gap up or once this overnight has broken, I'll be willing to take 368s long, that 95% weekly value area high, and pretty much matching the prior weekly high. Finally, let's move on to the Dow Jones, everyone's favorite. Let me open up another chart on my other screen. On the Dow, I'm interested in playing this as long as we're holding this pivot, this earlier low of the month, that weekly low as well, and where we kind of maintained the bid on Friday. And I'm interested in playing it short as long as we're below that 95% weekly value area high. So below, I don't know, 450-ish, looking for shorts. As long as we're above 33K, I'm looking for longs. So let's get into this. I'd be willing to take 33,004 long. Maybe I should go down to a 5-minute chart here. That's where we were. 33,004 is our you know, it's lining up with this low over here, way back here. That earlier monthly low, 33,004. That's also where we were catching some bids on the way down, and I want to take it after a tag of 97. 97 being the pretty much last week's value area high, but more so where we're building some volume, holding some bids. You can see that's where we're holding right around on that Wednesday session. So I'd be willing to take 04s long. Above there, I want to take 071 long. If we open above this sort of support resistance line, also roughly value area high from Friday's session, after a tag of 055. 055 being last quarter's halfback being 052. 055 seems to be roughly where we're catching some bids. Right there. There you go. Roughly where we're catching some bids. So I'd be willing to take 071s long. That lining up pretty much with the weekly VWAP close, pretty much around settlement highs, and the daily VWAP close above there. And I don't really want to be as aggressive on the long side as I am on the Nasdaq and even on the ES. I want to be shorting this thing. After either if we open somewhere around here, I'm willing to get short. Actually, anywhere around here. If we open anywhere below this 070 level-ish, I'm willing to just take this straight up short at 161. If we open above this kind of 063 area, I'll be looking for a run of the daily high here, this Friday high around 200, and then taking it short, looking for a move back down towards 33,000-ish. Above there, and I want to be short 286, that being the right around the yearly close and the Q1 VWAP close. But more importantly, it's just where we kind of offered on that Tuesday session where we had that afternoon auction and then slam down. We have ran those stops during the Globex session, but I'll be watching it. I want to still see a run of that 293. You can see that's where we caught an offer as well at 605. I want to see an offer there and then get short 286. Above there, 357. That being the weekly point of control as well as a daily point of control. That major Tuesday auction above there, 394. Lining up kind of with the yearly open. There's a point of control and some other stuff. So I'd like to see that point of control get tagged or that VWAP close just a little bit above get tagged first and then take 394 short. Last short I'd be looking at is 464, just that 95% weekly value area high from the last week. So that's how I'm looking at it. Not interested in getting long anywhere below there. I think you run into this similar possible liquidation scenario, much like on the ES. I'm aware you might be able to take something at 32,800-ish, a little bit below Friday's low day, maybe even around 730-ish, that 91% value area low. There's also a point of control there. Maybe down around 700-ish as well, that 95% weekly value area low, right around here. But I would rather hold off on trying to take that for tomorrow's session. Anyway, hope that makes sense. Hope that helps. 9 minutes. Wow, did it in under 10 minutes. Long 04s, 71s, short 161, short 286, 351, 357, 394, 464 on the YM. On the, wow, look at all these charts. Long 68s if we gap up or after that overnight high break. 327s after a bid somewhere around here. 241s straight out will be bid. 31s as well after a run of previous day's low. Not interested in the short side. And the ES, if I can find that crazy chart, there we go. Long 2175 if 20s hold bid. If opening below 4200, be offered 20 quarter. Short around the overnight high if that stop gets ran. Long 4213s if we gap up. Long 08s if 06s bid. Long 06s if 03s are bid. Long 93 quarters. Long 82s. And that's about it. Not interested in playing below there. Hope that makes sense. Hope that helps. 10-minute video. Gotta go. Bye.